Early morning. Looks like the Lexus is the one we're driving to work today. First we got to go to the gym, so you know how that goes. Oh, it's always so nice getting in this thing. I guess I'm at 119,000 miles. I love the auto leveling headlights. They're so cool. Times like this where you appreciate seat warmers. Now on the Lexus you've got these automatics, but they can go hot, which is really nice. I am fanatical about letting my car warm up, especially since I have older cars. A little too chilly for Florida. So I guess I'm at looks like 119, 198. She's about to hit 120. Whew. That's all right. That's all right. The cool thing about this is it has all the automatic seat or steering wheel warmer is such a great option, as well as the blind spot monitoring and the parking lot. And this is cool. I don't see this on a lot of Lexuses. It is the auto high beam. Really awesome. Basically it turns your high beams on when there's nobody around. It's got this little sensor here that reads it all. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, so we're gonna get going. It's time to rock and roll, and I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so I'm messing with some of the settings on this thing. I'm still getting used to all this, you guys. I appreciate your patience with this. I'll get better and better. You know, one of the cool features, I don't know if you can see it here, is this hold mode. And basically what hold mode does is when you're at a light or you're stopped anywhere, it applies the brakes for you. You don't have to apply the brakes. So in the Ls460, that's just an awesome feature. And essentially you get to pull up to a light, it'll apply the brakes for you. You can keep your foot off the brake. As soon as you hit the gas, it lets go. So really cool feature. Highly recommend it. Not sure why every car doesn't have it. But definitely love it. So I have done the CarPlay Beat Sonic overview. So this is really cool because essentially what it does is allow you to have CarPlay that sits now on top of your standard Lexus 2013 software. So really cool in that it allows you to kind of have that updated response piece that makes it very easy for you to kind of use all of your apps that you really enjoy. All right, a nice little ride into work. Just hit a nice workout. Life is good. Life is good. So on this, on the Lexus, I've done a couple things to this one already. It does have the magnaflow axle back. Gives it a nice little tune. I don't know if the camera picks it up, but it's subtle enough that it's enjoyable yet very much okay for daily driving. It does have some slight drone into it. Very slight at the 2000 mark, which puts you at around 80 mile an hour. but it's very easily managed with throttle. I also had this tuned, which was an ECU tune and a TCU tune, so the transmission's tuned for firmer shifts. That was done by a gentleman named Loy, which is L-O-I. Really woke this setup up. Previously, the transmission shifts were so slow, so sloppy, that you really couldn't get out of your own way, and that's all I wanted. I didn't, this car is not meant to be sped. It's not, it's a very relaxing kind of drive, and for what I wanted, did everything perfect. So I just wanted a little more pep, a little more responsiveness from the throttle. So now in the normal mode, which you can see here, it works just fine. Now you can go to sport mode, which heightens everything up and really lights it up, so it definitely is a more responsive mode for sure. But for the most part, you've got all the power you need. So this engine, this is the rear-wheel drive, so it's not the all-wheel drive. This has about 385 horsepower stock, and I'm sure that's flywheel. With the tune, I don't know how much it really gives you. I'd say 15 to 20 if you're lucky. Is that wheel? Probably. But for the most part, I think it's worth it. You just use a VF tuner, log into your system, and it puts you in there. So as you can see, I get approximately 21 miles per gallon, give or take. You see the different modes here on the... One thing it's troubling to me on this car that it didn't do, which is I just don't have the speedometer digitized, which is odd to me. Like everything else I would think would be digitized except the speedometer. So it is what it is. But yeah, I mean, I really like this car. In hindsight, would I have gotten, say, a GS? Maybe, just from some of the costs associated with getting this thing baselined were really high, to the point where I would consider, something a little less complex. But overall, I've been really happy with this car. It's done everything I needed to. I haven't taken it on a long trip yet. I've done a couple things with the headlights. I did the Laminex covers because the factory headlights they kind of had that pitting, and it looked like somebody had refreshed them at some point. So you know how they get that look where you can see kind of the wear on the plastic. But I'm gonna go get some gas now, and then I'll come back later. See you. All right, full tank gas, let's go. Monday. Yeah, so, I think while we're driving this thing, you really kind of can get a feel for the sound. I mean, it's a comfortable spot to be in. I enjoy this car a lot. It's a great commuter. It puts you in a position of, you're in a very relaxed drive. I tend to like the back roads on the way to work here, just so I can spend more time moving rather than stopping at lights. As I've said in previous videos, this area of, Tarpon Springs, where I'm from, and Tampa Bay as a whole, has grown exponentially in population. Everybody wants that Florida lifestyle. They want to be on the water, by the water, or just in a place where, it's a very relaxed place to live compared to what I've seen some other locations. I prefer kind of a more rural setup, but I do love the water, so it makes it an ideal place for that. If you're going to be on the water around here, you definitely want to be by the coast in Florida. But as you can see, the exhaust is pretty mellow. I mean, you stay off, you don't even hear it. But if you really want to get into it, you know, you can get into it. It's very much, right there. So you can kind of see what it sounds like when you. It's a nice cold morning, so. Yeah, so I mean, like I said, this isn't a rocket ship. It's not a race car. It's not the F Sport, which I think, you know, gives you marginally improved suspension and a little more aggressive tune. But it's great for commuting. It's great for traveling. It's very comfortable, and it's quiet, really quiet. So that's it for today. I'll catch up with you guys later. Appreciate you spending time with me in my morning commute, and I'll talk to you soon. All right, and today on the way home, this is a pretty standard road. A highway, 60, 65, 70, nice little cruising speed. You can see how this thing just floats. Not a lot of drone from the exhaust. It's pretty straightforward. Nice and quiet. You know, as you kind of come into about 2,000 RPM, you can hear it, but then if you get into it, it gets it. I mean, for a big old boat, she rides. It was a good day. Glad to have you guys along with me, and we'll catch you next time.